If I were to ask you to taste an apple or a savory herb and then ask you where that food came from, you would probably say a tree or a garden. Well, I was there when a 9-year-old, just this week, found out that food can grow from the earth, not from Walmart or from McDonald's. His mind was blown, my mind was blown. We have been on a journey. The West Jupiter Community Group was created 35 years ago to create these mind-blowing moments for our kids in our community. We want them to open their head up to possibilities and things that they may not otherwise understand or appreciate. This $100,000 could transform this community in ways that we even can't imagine quite yet. We're talking about building 3 gardens. First is Simon's Giving Garden. That garden is named after Simon Baker. He is a Jupiter High School student who very tragically took his own life in high school. So our hope is to not only build gardens that care about health and wellness in your body, but also your mind. So the other 2 gardens are preserves, and those gardens are going to be transformed out of what was abandoned property in a community that abandons things. These are people who care intimately about each other, but these are children who know hunger. And they know that their parents work 2 jobs, but they'll never make it to Disney. And they know what a drug overdose looks like in many cases before they're 8 years old. So this is a community that can come together and celebrate, but they need help. These gardens that we want to create, we know are a good idea because for centuries, people have grown gardens in communities. We know from the science that's taken place since the 19th century that gardens help with STEM. It teaches the science and math. We even know now that it reduces crime. But we were super excited when we found out that everyone else was excited about our idea. It wasn't just us wanting to help our vulnerable families or the 5 elementary schools that come to the tutorial center or the 2 middle schools. When we announced what we wanted to do, the University of Miami said, capstone project, we're excited. We want to help you make this happen for wellness. University of Florida said, absolutely. This is part of our native growing program. We want this to happen. Palm Beach County said, there are so many abandoned pieces of properties like this. This could be a network if we just work together, and you can be the example. So that was super exciting, but potentially even more exciting was when we found out that the gardener who was going to help us build our initial garden, maximize it for food and make it really work, she had a TV show. So we're going to be on national TV if we can make all this work out. And it's going to give our kids the chance to know that they matter. They can give back to the community. 200 community giving gardens are going to happen and be built out of the tutorial center. Our children will give those back to the community that they were raised in, that Edna Runner was raised in since she was 2 years old. This community has mattered and has built itself together. We know that we can make a difference. We know that this $100,000 will transform us because we have the science behind it. We know that we have the collaborations in place, and we know that we can scale this on a level where our children will understand things that will carry them through their lives in a different way. We're very excited about the opportunity to have any of you come and visit us. It will be an amazing experience for you. It will change your life. We know that this builds confidence. We know it's sustainable. We know it grows possibilities. So 200 container gardens. We promise that our children will know more about science and math, and we promise that if you come visit, you will absolutely fall in love with this center. So thank you for thinking about us.